What is up, you guys? I'm back with another video, and as you can probably guess by the title, today I'll be using the cheapest makeup I own. I will be including prices, I'll be including links down below where to buy these products if you're on a budget, and yeah, that's pretty much the concept. I know that makeup can be pretty expensive, and I myself have been guilty of spending quite a few coins on it. I spend money on makeup because I enjoy it. I like trying out new products, and I never really like using the same product every day. No, YouTube is not my job yet. Hello 47 subscribers, where you at? By the way, thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. And I don't really have an excuse of owning the amount of makeup that I do, but hey, you know, I want it, I got it. So the other day I was thinking how much money I spend on makeup and how much makeup I actually own, and it's probably a few hundred if not thousand in my drawers, but I want it, I got it. Anyway, I was thinking how much money I've spent on makeup, blah 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 blah, and then I decided to do a video using only the cheapest makeup products that I own. That video has probably already been made before, but I have not really done any research. I just sat down and decided to do it. So whoever's idea was to do this video first, shout out to you, and if I'm the first doing it, oh well, let's start a trend. Right here it's clipped back. Let me fix my chain from eBay. Okay, to start off we will be using primer, and the first product that I have to show you is actually not a primer, but if you've watched Nikki tutorials for a while, you would know that she introduced this product right here as a primer, and I've tried it myself quite a few times and I actually quite like it. I mean, it's not meant to be a primer, but it creates a very nice and sticky base for your makeup to glide on, so it works. And this product I got from Superdrug, and at the moment it's £6.49, but I believe I got it in a set, so it's probably cheaper when you get it in a set. Yeah, let's use that as our primer today. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little on the back of my hand right here, and I'm gonna use my Real Techniques stippling brush, and I'm just going to use that all over my face. Obviously this is not a primer, so it's not gonna minimize pores, it's not gonna, you know, blur imperfections and stuff, but it's gonna act basically as a glue for your foundation, because one of the base ingredients is glycerin, and if you don't know, glycerin is one of the main ingredients in this product. So it will basically serve the purpose as a foundation glue, and what I like to do is I just buff it in with the brush until it gets a little sticky. By the way, there's been a few hot days here in the UK, so I have been sunbathing a lot, which is why I'm so tanned. So I'll probably have to mix some of my foundations to get my shade, but oh well. Moving on to foundation, I will be mixing these two by Rimmel, and I will explain to you why these are the cheapest foundations I own. Basically, I am all for cheap and affordable makeup and stuff because I do not like spending a lot of money, but for my base I don't really like to buy the cheapest of the cheap. One, because chances are it's probably gonna go patchy. Two, because it's not gonna be long lasting. And three, because if the first two apply, you would have probably wasted your money. So invest in a nice drugstore foundation that will definitely last you a long time, and you'll be happy with the results on your face. So to get my perfect shade, because I'm tanned and I don't have a foundation that's my shade right now, I'll be mixing these two. Otherwise I would have used just this one. This is my holy grail drugstore foundation, and I would never ever part with it. Okay, let's see if I did a good job mixing. Oh well, it's a bit dark, but whatever. I'm just gonna slap on the mixture, which I did not do a very good job with. And slap it on. And yes, I said too dark because usually when you match your foundation, match it to your neck, not to your face, because your face will always be exposed on the sun and will naturally be darker than your neck. So always match your foundations to your neck and not your face. And using my Morphe Y7, I'm going to blend the foundation out. Right, I forgot to mention how much the foundation was. So all the Rimmel foundations are pretty much the same price, and forget I cheated with the darker one because I don't have a foundation that's my shade right now. Anyways, so this foundation from superdrug.com is $8.99, but I was scrolling through Amazon the other day and I found it for $6.99. So I will link it down below if you're interested of getting this foundation for a cheaper price, which is currently $6.99 on Amazon. And I'm sure that pretty much applies for this one as well. Right, moving on to concealer. The most affordable concealer that I own and I love and I use every day is the Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. This concealer is absolutely amazing. I use it every day. You can see that I've used quite a bit of it and it's definitely one of my favorites and I would highly recommend. The price is about $3.50 more or less. A few pence may vary depending on the retailer, but I will make sure to list the most affordable option below in the description box and include a link where you can purchase this if you're interested. But yeah, I definitely swear by this product and I cannot recommend it enough. Alrighty, my camera overheated, so I couldn't include the portion where I apply my concealer, but yeah, it's a Balm concealer. I highly recommend it. Let's move on. For powder, we are using the Rimmel Stay Matte powder in the shade Silky Beige. This is another one of my holy grail products. You've probably seen it like 100 times in my other videos. And I'm going to set my foundation. This has been my holy grail powder forever now, and as I mentioned, it's been included in numerous of my videos. If you haven't watched them, go watch them now, please. At the moment on Amazon, I believe it's $2.99. So for such a high quality, great setting powder, you literally cannot go any cheaper. Moving on to under eyes and bronzer. I purposely left my under eye without setting it because I wanted to show you this amazing product right here. This is the Wet n Wild Megaglo Contouring Palette Contour, and it's in the shade Dulce de Leche. It has a didn't mean to blind you there, sorry. So it has a under eye setting powder and a bronzer. Technically this is not under eye setting powder, it's just powder, but I use it for my under eyes because it sets them perfectly. This is $5.49 I believe on Just My Look. I believe Beauty Bay has it as well, but it might be sold out at the moment. So I'm gonna use this shade to set my under eye and this shade to bronze up my face. And as you can clearly see, I've used it quite a bit, so that's how you know I love a product. Okay, so I use these same powders to contour. I kind of carved out just under my contour so I can define my cheek and contour my nose as well. So while that's sitting and doing its job, I will move on to highlighter, and the cheapest possible highlighter I could find is the MUA Undress Your Skin Summer Highlighter in the shade Golden Scintillation. I'm probably not pronouncing that right, but yeah, it's this beautiful golden highlight, and we'll be putting it on our face. And I got this for £1 at Superdrug. It is actually a really gorgeous highlight. I don't know why I don't use it more often. I guess because I gravitate towards my more expensive, creamier highlighters, because this one's formula is a little bit more dry. But it definitely looks really nice on the skin, so I'll make sure to use it more often. And that's it. So, grabbing my powder brush, I'm just gonna dust this off. And just whatever is left off on my bronzer brush, I'm just going to use it to kind of blend the highlighter with the bronzer. For blush, I'm going to grab the Essence Satin Touch blush in the shade Satin Coral. This blush was only £1 and I cannot recommend this enough. I believe I've used it in one of my previous videos. So yeah, if you're interested in a blush on a budget, I definitely recommend this one. It's obviously not as long lasting as my other blushes, but for £1 I don't think it gets better than that. Say hi, Bubba's. Say hi, my sweet girl. Say hi. Oh, my sweet Bubba's. My sweet baby girl. My sweet baby girl. My sweet baby. Bubba's. Okay, go. Okay. Alrighty, moving on to brows. I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil, and I'm not really sure what shade. Oh yeah, there we go, that's Taupe. This pencil I got from Superdrug for £3, so it's literally the cheapest brow product you can find, unless of course you use an eyeshadow from a palette, which would be even cheaper if you think about it, but specifically this brow product is the cheapest that I own. So I'm just gonna quickly do my brows off camera and then I will be right back. All right, there we go, brows are done. I'm gonna close this off, and next is brow gel. I thought I could recommend you a decent brow gel from the same brand, which is e.l.f., but I thought I will show you something that I learned from Miss Jordan Lipscomb's video, hair gel. And she specifically showed this one. I've tried it a couple times on my brows, and it is actually what it says here, glued. They're actually glued to your face and they're not moving at all. I slept with this on my brows obviously, and in the morning they were still in place, still not moved anywhere. So all I'm literally gonna do is take off the cap, squeeze a tiny bit out, pop it on the spoolie here, and literally just do like so. Yes, it does come out white and it looks a little bit cray-cray at first, but when you leave it to dry for a couple of minutes, boom, you have glued brows. I swear to you, this will not move until tomorrow if I leave it, but obviously I'll take off my makeup because we never sleep with our makeup here and we always wash it off. Again, taking a tiny bit on my spoolie and lightly running it through the brows. And do be careful not to touch your base, because if this goes on your base, it's going to be smudged and ruined. Right, there we go, brows are done. Right, now moving on to my favorite part, which is eyes. I'm going to take this W7 Grapescape eyeshadow palette. It looks like this. It has such pretty berry colors, and I'm really excited to try this out. I have never ever used this. I literally bought this the other day while I was in Savers, and it was $2.99, so I'm really hopeful about this palette. I honestly don't really know what look I'm gonna go for, but I guess we'll just have to wing it. We're gonna need transitions, so the first shade I'm gonna grab is this light pink shade over here, and I'm going to place it all over the lid. Oh wow, it actually smells pretty good as well. Has this really nice sweet scent. For $2.99, I'm impressed. They even included a scent. The pigmentation is not amazing right off the bat, but with a little bit of building up, it looks like it's gonna show up on the skin. So I'm just gonna keep building up that pink shade and see where it goes. Okay, pigmentation is not too bad. It definitely looks more pigmented in person than on camera, but it's not too bad. I even forgot to swatch these. Like, I've never literally swatched these. I just literally picked up this the other day, so as you can see, it's brand new. I've never really touched it at all. So let's just give it a whirl. Honestly, it doesn't look too bad when it's swatched on the fingers. Let me just wipe this off. Now let's swatch these two, these three actually right here. Don't know if you can see that very well, but yeah, it does actually look pretty pigmented when swatched on the fingers. But again, finger swatches are not always the best judge, so that's why we're testing it out on the eye. This could potentially end up a big fail, but oh well, for $3.99, whatever. All right, next I'm gonna grab this shade right here, and I'm just gonna place it slightly lower in the crease. All right, grabbing this purple shade here, I'm gonna place it on the outer and inner third of the eye. Okay, there is a lot of fallout, and even when I wet my brush, there still is fallout somehow, but I have to be pretty honest. The pigmentation when you wet your brush is on point, so you cannot really complain for the price. All right, on a different brush, I'm just going to grab this shade that we placed in the crease, and I'm going to blend it with the purple. Grab this brush right here, and I'm gonna repeat the same procedure. Okay, on a shaded brush, I'm just gonna wet that with some setting spray, and I'm gonna grab this pink shade right here and pop it right in the center. Going back with the purple shade, I'm going to lightly intensify it. And on a smaller shaded brush, I'm gonna grab this very dark purple right here. And we're just gonna lightly stamp that on the outer and inner corner to define this look further. And using that, I'm going to create sort of a wing, if you see what I'm doing here. Again, do be careful with the fallout because it's definitely a thing with this palette. Usually I don't really mind because I do my eye look first and then move on to foundation, concealer, blah blah blah. But because today it's a different type of video, I decided to go in order that you would usually do your makeup. Honestly, I'm not complaining. Like, for $2.99, the look I'm currently creating, it ain't half bad. Now we're gonna go back again with that purple on the end and lightly intensify it, because obviously when you go back and forth with eyeshadows, you have to kind of re-intensify some colors and steps. And especially with this kind of affordable palette that doesn't have the biggest pigmentation in the world but still works, you have to kind of go back and re-intensify the colors. It's pretty much a little bit more time consuming than if you go directly with a super high pigmented eyeshadow palette, but I think I'm gonna say it for the millionth time in this video. For this price, you cannot really complain. Now again, I'm going back with that pink over here and popping it right on the center again just to re-intensify. Alright, I think that's pretty much it for this look. It's definitely gonna come all together when it's with eyeliner and lashes and everything like that. So yeah, I'm just gonna quickly do this eye off camera and then I'll be right back. Alright, so my camera overheated, so I had to finish off my look off camera. So I'm just going to explain to you what I did. I added some eyeliner, and this is the Maybelline Master Precise eyeliner. This is usually around £6 or £7, I believe, but there was a sale on eBay, so I managed to get my hands on it for $3.99. Then for lashes, I popped on a pair of these, which is the ALICROWN lashes. I believe these were either $7.99 or $8.99. It's 10 pairs in here and they're pretty great quality for what it is. And you're basically paying 79p per pair. So what more can you want? And then finally in my waterline, I popped some purple coal gel from Rimmel, and that's in the shade 013 purple. Alright, and now for the final step, just gonna blot the lip balm, and then we are gonna grab the Primark lip pencil, which is in the shade Desert Sand. This cost me only £1, and you can see that I clearly love it because it's nearly halfway through already. And last but not least, the most affordable and amazing lipstick that I can recommend will definitely be the Kiko Smart Fusion lipstick. I have quite a few shades of these, but today I'll be mixing 104 and 105. I am just going to show you this, which clearly speaks for itself. This lipstick has been used so much that there's literally almost nothing left, and I'm gonna have to repurchase this shade. It used to live in my handbag about a year ago until, you know, you try new products, you switch it up. But this lipstick used to live in my handbag and it was my everyday shade for a while. That's how you can tell that, being really truthful, the product simply speaks for itself. So let's pop it on. All right, and now I'm gonna go in the center with 401. So this is the final look, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed. This look I created using only the cheapest makeup that I own. Again, I really hope you did enjoy, and if you do decide to purchase any of the products I just recommended, they will be listed down below. And if you do end up purchasing them, do let me know in the comments down below if you happen to like any of them or if you own them already. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. You can also find me on Instagram, which is ElizabethNova_, where I post all the time and we can talk in my stories. I will be posting some photos of this look on Instagram, so if you're interested in getting a little bit of a close-up, then please do follow me on there. And that's pretty much it from me for today. I'll see you guys on the next one.